This is local news reporting on this. I just wanted to show that the local news is WCCO. That's a 3 facing up. C is the third letter of the alphabet. That's a 3. This 0 here is nothing. This is 333. 33 and a third.
Like we heard from our CBS News partners, 20 injured at this point. So it's a really emotional day out here. I'm right in front of the...
Did you say 20 injured at this point?
Like we heard from our CBS News partners, 20 injured at this point. So
how many dead?
It's a really emotional day out here. I'm right in front of the entrance to the school. There is people with looks of just shock and horror on their face, witnessing this unfold in real time.
All they've been doing is telling a vision. They still haven't showed anything besides cops, police cars, ambulances. That's it. Nothing else. No blood, no kids running.
And knowing it happened in their community.
I know it's early. I mean, this happened at 8:30 though, and it's... I can't see what time, 11:30 maybe?
Your backyard, literally, there are, residential homes that are across the street from this school, down Garfield Avenue where I'm standing right now. So it's been really remarkable to be here and see this all unfold, and still a very active scene and a lot of law enforcement here as well.
All right. It's just going to be the same loop of stuff.
More to see what is actually happening on the ground, but I want to read for you what we heard from the president
I'm
himself.
live.
He said, quote, "I have been fully briefed on
There's what the president
the tragic
said.
shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The FBI quickly responded and they are on the scene. The White House will continue to monitor this terrible situation. Please join me in praying for everyone involved." I can tell you, Pam, I actually, right as this was unfolding, I was in the White House, and I saw several officials running downstairs to the Situation Room, so I'm sure they're working on gathering more information right now. I also just want to point you to what we heard from the Attorney General. And
up to 20 victims. They make that sound like up to 20 people are going to be dead. There's not going to be 20 dead.
FBI Director Kash Patel.
There won't even be 10.
Attorney General Pam Bondi had said that federal agents are on the scene of this horrific shooting.
I'll be surprised if there is.
Prayers are with everyone involved in this tragedy. Our team will provide updates as we receive them. Similarly, we're hearing from Kash Patel that FBI agents are on the scene and that they ask everyone to keep potential victims, civilians.
All right, let's flip around.
Officers reported 20 victims. They're saying that the shooter was a man dressed in all black, armed with a rifle. That was reported at the scene. And again, this has been called out as a mass casualty response for EMS. So Aisha, we know how it is with these unfortunate shootings. A lot of the initial numbers are going to be wrong when they come out. So we're avoiding those numbers. But we do have it from Richfield Police that officers on scene initially reported 20 victims. Now, we don't know what they mean by victims in terms of injury.
44, 4x4.
Reported 20 victims. Now, we don't know what they mean by victims in terms of injuries or any potential fatalities here.
None.
We're going to wait to hear.
I'll predict, I don't know, 0 to 3 fatalities
on that. But Paul, you and I were just talking about this moments ago. We're now hearing a number from police that this shooting is shaping up to be, unfortunately, as bad as we were hearing about an hour ago.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it really.
That's why I posted about it on Facebook. I said the way they were talking at the beginning, they were like acting like it was going to be bad. They were selling you that early, and they weren't showing shit. They were just the same loop, cop cars.
Does, and one of the things my mind goes to is the capabilities of EMS, the EMTs, the paramedics these days. One of the reasons,
and this is in Democratic-run shithole Tim Walz's state, and isn't it weird how didn't the guy just kill 2 senators or 2 politicians, and had in his note he said Tim Walz told him to do it. Like, isn't it weird how this happens in his state to where now nobody's going to bring up that? Like, I asked my mom. She had no clue what I was talking about. I was like, yeah, that's a thing. She had no idea. Because they don't talk about it, but that happened.
We have lower homicide numbers in many of the cities across the country these days. Is because the paramedics have gotten
Is this on mainstream? Like Channel 4?
I'm ready. Okay, so you could win an instant lottery ticket with a chance to win up to $1
Channel
million. And that's thanks to our sponsor, Michigan Lottery.
Looking like a good
Yeah, they don't give a shit. Fuck them kids.
Are here to help fuel your game with of clinical trials.
Commercial,
exploring
fuck
ways
them
to treat
kids.
Dizziness, neck and
Commercial,
injection site
fuck
pain,
them
and
kids.
headache. Don't
Fox, the only people that are pushing the propaganda
Now, as
agenda.
we said, we have a crime scene. A thing like this could be a mobile crime.
When I first looked at that, I thought it said ammunition school. That's what it's just, I don't know why.
Or she is, but we have to see. So that's going on off scene. At the scene
Annunciation
now,
school.
as we
Isn't
said,
that weird? Annunciation school, and I thought it was ammunition.
we have a crime scene. A thing like this could be a
I'm
mobile
an
crime
idiot.
scene, which creates all kinds of extra headaches. Doesn't matter. You have to contain the whole area. You got to make sure you get everybody out of there that doesn't need to be there, now that the circumstances are stabilized. And you got to get the crime scene techs in there, because again, this could come down to a prosecution
Boring.
at some point. And while there doesn't seem to be any question,
Look at it,
as
just
to
showing
who
the
did
front of the
this,
bill. This is
you
boring,
never know where
man.
this sort of thing is going to.
Columbine had like kids breaking windows, crawling out. You know, people were bleeding, being carried out of the building, like damn near dead in people's arms, being carried out. And here's what we get. You know, nothing. Commercials. This is going to be as bad as we thought it was an hour ago. It is? Well, you're sure as shit selling them ads. We got nothing to talk about. Nothing.
Now, we'll be keeping an eye on that.
So glad I did.
This is no time. Installed
This
by
ain't gonna be
September 30th,
shit.
Or it's free. Plus,
0 to 3 kids. Max.
8:30 a.m. or before 9 a.m. So we're talking, it's only been about 3 hours. What kind of initial information do
video.
you expect police will be willing to
Look at the
release?
horror.
Only been about 3 hours. What kind of initial information do you expect police will be willing to release in about 15 minutes from now?
Well, the first thing they're going to do is that, look, at this point now, you're not speaking to the families as the person giving the briefing. And this goes to what we would.
Like, look how far she is from her parents or her mom or whoever it was. Like, they're way ahead of her now.
Talking about earlier on the air with Dana Perino.
Like, you'd think after going through a school shooting, you'd like be hanging on. You'd be terrified, like right next to your parent.
Oh,
I don't know.
which is that
It's
part
probably
of
nothing,
the incident
but
commander's job here is
she probably didn't see anything.
to recognize you're going to have to talk to the public at large, and that's what's about to happen. And the first
just a
thing you
drill.
want to do is tamp
The
down
drill gone
concerns
live.
about there being any further threat. All right, that's what's on the mind of these other city residents and other people around the country. Is this part of something larger?
It's like a drill gone live where then you like tell, I don't know, another unit who wasn't aware, another level who wasn't aware.
I want to mitigate that instantly as soon
And then
as
they
you can
arrive on
try
the
to tamp
scene
that down. And then
and make it
unfortunately,
even
you're gonna
a
have to
bigger
go
deal.
into numbers. You're gonna have to go.
I don't know. There's a 3 and some bricks. Right in the trash.
What the body count is here, for lack of a better term, and you're going to want to know, how many people still may pull through, how many are at the hospital, what we're looking at here, the contours of this event in terms of, was it targeted?
Event.
Is it ideological? What were we dealing with here?
First week of school in America.
And again, as I said, you're speaking at this point to really the entire nation, in many ways, the entire world, I'm sure, are going to be hearing about something as horrific as this. But certainly the people of Minneapolis, the people in that community, and then coast to coast, America, because you want to really know on the first day of school.
This
these are
video
America's
sucks. I
kids,
mean,
man, and
this is one of the
you
worst
know
videos
how-
I've ever made.
Yeah. Paul, go ahead and stand by for
Boring
us.
as
In
shit.
the meantime, we're just getting a post from the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office out there. They say, at this time, quote, there is no immediate threat, but we're urging all residents to stay out of the area. So that would match up with what our law enforcement sources are telling us, that this shoot.
That ultimately local police determined that the shooter was motivated and kind of choosing that target, not because he was after a specific person, but rather because he thought that the religious nature of the community would make it an easier target, and the fact that the victims would be young.
Officials are going to give
would
update.
increase the notoriety that he was likely to get
11
for
times 3,
staging that
33.
attack, which ultimately the local law enforcement determined that was his motivation for conducting that attack. So obviously we don't know, we don't have any kind of details about this situation along those lines, but hopefully we'll get them.
This is all they're showing.
Press conference. I should say, Pam, it's a good sign that we're supposed to get a press conference soon. That to me is kind of one of the indicators of a level of professionalism and competence and organization around.
Organization, yeah, like it was planned.
It's an organization around the response. So to get
they had it all ready. They had everything mapped out ahead of time.
Giving us what information they can. It'll never be everything we'd like to know, but giving us what they can and taking some questions from the reporters.
And is there another threat that's identified?
Children being packed into pews when this shooter opened fire from outside the building. Is that your understanding
because they don't
as well?
often have. Yeah,
they didn't even get him. He got himself.
Except like that, it's the beginning, right? So they're all there for the mass for the beginning of school.
What's going through your mind right now? This horrific
your
tragedy
fault.
happening the first week of school
Your
in
state.
your
Well,
home state.
Having talked to one of the moms and someone I love dearly, of course, it's first those families and those kids.
Oh.
You think of every
All
parent.
right, leave it on the dead sign. Leave it on the dead sign. Yeah. We're talking about death and a school shooting. Let the camera show the dead sign.
Every parent
Dead.
remembering putting their kid on the
End.
bus or bringing
Over.
their kid to school and dropping them off on the first day.
Kids.
You think about the teachers and all the people that love these kids and spend their life work really helping them and protecting them and teaching them.
Yellow. Caution. Yellow. Ooh, yeah. 11-3. 33.
And then this was all destroyed from one madman. We don't know the details about him. As you reported, he is dead. But
Dead.
will, I'm sure, come out about his motive and why he would commit such a horrific act.
All right, I'm running out of space on this phone. Got 3 minutes max left, if that.
And these automatic rifles and
This is such a boring video.
This location,
Let's
this
get
is
it
a
on
church,
there,
of course we know
yeah.
that. This is also a school.
Yeah.
What would authorities
Week
be
1
looking
school
at right
shooting,
now to figure
dead.
out,
Kids.
why that
dead.
would have been a target?
Endgame.
Yeah, this is an incredibly complex
Dead.
security challenge.
Ridiculous.
When you have
Let's
a
set
lot
the
of
camera
people,
up
young
right in
people,
front of this
students
dead.
gathered in one
Oh,
place.
wait.
When they're
Yeah,
in
we should move
classrooms,
that.
If you have a good security plan, you can seal them off.
Now that I'm running out of space, something good's going to pop
You
up.
can seal off all the doors. With the young ones, you always want to lock them down.
Take a shit.
They're not suitable for
Take a
run,
shit.
hide,
Hump the
fight
dog.
protocols. They have to be
Do
locked
it.
down.
On live TV, do
So
it.
in this case,
Why this cameraman panned away from the dead sign to film 2 dogs humping?
and
Potentially.
why? What
Potentially.
was this person's motivation? I mean, that's no, it doesn't help the victims at this point, but it helps understand, is there an additional threat? And
Did you see that? I saw it.
does it
5 and 4, 51st, 54th, whatever, equals 9. 5 and
doesn't
4,
help the
9.
victims at this point, but
9.
it helps understand, is there an additional
9. So you got that, and then it's also got the Fox, which is 666. So there's like literally 2 666s right there.
threat? And why was
At
this
least to
person
me.
affiliated with that school, with that church? Does this person have a beef or an imagined beef with that church? And were there early warning signs? And that's one of the first things I recommend is having that early warning system. If someone is
9/11.
exhibiting signals or red flags or a threat has come in, you have to have a multidisciplinary team.
Oh, I gotta go. I'm out of
What
time.
they're saying. Even if you look at these hands on people's faces, it's scary.
We've got a statement from Children's Minnesota. Children's Minnesota is aware of the recent tragic shooting in Minneapolis. Our teams are trained to respond in times of crisis and are fully prepared to care for impacted children. Currently, 5 children are admitted to our hospital for care. We will not share more details to respect the privacy of our patients and families.
Absolutely, and we know, unfortunately, the hospitals have to do this, but they go through drills to prepare for something exactly like this. Whether it's a mass shooting, whether it's a school shooting,
Yeah.
Children's Hospital knows exactly what they're doing. because they've had to practice this before.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
All right.
They've had to practice
I'm out of time.
for situations like this before. You can imagine.
I'm not going to leave it on that girl's
school
boobs.
now,
Get her boobs out of the shot.
I can imagine, as a parent.
I'm not ending this video on her.
Chest right now.
This crap out of here.